Hello guys, I'm gonna share with you guys a issue I've been having with the Razer Taipan mouse. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. But I'm gonna run through a series of tests. Now I've had this mouse before I get to it. I've had this mouse for like over a year or maybe even 2 years now. It's like a year and a half, 2 years. And this mouse has been amazing. I've loved it. Um, it's worked fine for me. But recently, um, I've been noticing that it hasn't been working too well. And it's really interesting because there's nothing wrong with it that I can see, but there's some weird issue, and I don't know. And I'm hoping to post this on Reddit or I don't know anywhere, so anyone could see it and tell me what's going on because I don't know how to explain it. I can explain it through a video, but I don't know how, like, in just writing terms. I don't know how I could explain this. So I'm gonna run through a series of tests, see if this works. And excuse the background noise. I'm sorry. Um, but this is a Razer Taipan mouse. Great mouse, I recommend it, but I'm having some issues with it right now. But I've had it for over a year and a half, 2 years. And the issue I'm having is with the laser. And basically the laser, or the sensor, I guess you can call it as well. I've noticed that it's not precise. Like, let's say I move to the left. If I move to the left just perfectly, the cursor moves up and down, like wiggles around weirdly. It's not like precise, like a clean, just straightforward, only moving right, not going up and down like this weird movement back and forth. And it's been doing that lately, and I've noticed it because I play a lot of Counter-Strike. Um, before I could hit some headshots. I'm not the best player in the world, but I consider myself pretty decent. I noticed it mainly on my Deagle plays where I'm using the Desert Eagle, and it doesn't work. Like, I haven't been hitting headshots, and I'm like, what's wrong with me? Why am I not able to hit headshots? Why does it always end up not on their head? The crosshair not end up on their head, and I'm like, what's going on? So I looked into a few things. I wondered if this is just the way I was playing, my sense, if I just needed more practice, and I've been working my butt off practicing lately, and I've been noticing that I can't really control the mouse, and I went testing the mouse, and I found out this issue relatively recent. I found it like last week, and now I feel like, I'm going to make a video about it, figure out how I can fix this if anyone knows how to fix for it, because I've been trying to fix it all week. So basically, I'm going to show you the test that I'm going to do to prove to you what's wrong. I think it's in the laser because I've tried it with different mouse pad. Maybe like the mouse pad was dirty and like it wasn't working. The mouse wasn't working right with the mouse pad, so I took it off the mouse pad, just did it raw right on the desk. Same issue. Got a new mouse pad, same thing, and even got a third mouse pad, and it still did the same thing. So, and they're different fabrics. It isn't like did all the same fabric. One's like a I got one of those Steel Series ones. I currently use for gaming a really crappy brand. I love this brand though, or at least this mouse pad. It's called the Fellowers. It's made by Fellowers, and it's called the Micro Band. It's a horrible mouse pad. I wouldn't recommend, but just I'm so used to it, so that's why I never change it. But I use just a bunch of different mouse pads, even one that's made by Razer. And let me see if I can get this here. It's the Razer. I forgot the name. That's how much I don't use it. The Razer Kaiboot, I guess you call it, Kaibuto. And I tried that one, still same issue. So, I'm going to go through these tests. I'm basically going to try out different sensitivities and kind of show you guys what's wrong with it. Sorry I've been dragging this on for too long. So, the Razer Taipan, let me show you the issue, and this is how I found out. This is how I did my test. So this is on the mousepad, this Fellowers Microband mousepad. And as you can see, I have my sensitivity here, middle. I play at a 120 DPI, or 1200 DPI. And as you can see, you can barely tell. And you know what? Maybe I should get a black background. You can see here I was actually looking up maybe some stuff, cleaning the sensor. I tried that recently and it doesn't even work. Same issue. Let me look up like just a picture of black. Get a nice little black image in the background here, but nothing on it. Here we go, full image. Okay, let me show you guys. So I'm going to move the cursor across the screen perfectly. Okay? And as you can see, you can't see my hand, but you see how it's popping up and down. And I'm not doing anything. I'm not going up and down. I'm just, sliding it very gently. And it's slightly going up. And again, I'm basically moving this just to the side. I'm not going up or down. You know, my hand's not shaking right now. It's really weird. So you guys might be thinking, oh, maybe it's just your hand. You don't realize that you have probably, you can't control your hand that well. You're shaking. I'm going to try it with a cheapy mouse, the Insignia, what is this? The NS-PNM 5013. This is a cheapy mouse, got a while back from, like, I don't know, Office Depot or something like that. And I'm going to plug this into my computer, as you hear there. And I'm going to try the same test with this mouse. Now, watch. As you see, it moves a little bit, but it's almost a perfect line, as when I did it with the Taipan that I'll show you again. You see how it's wiggling back and forth? It's really weird. Like, it just goes up and down. So, I don't know this issue. I'm going to show it again, but this time on a really high DPI. We're going to go to the max here. And I'm going to do this very gently. But as you guys can see, it's still moving up, and I'm barely moving the mouse. And see how it's just making that weird movement? It doesn't even, let me like lower it. Let's see the high DPI. Maybe it could just be the high DPI, but let's do like halfway. Again, this is a really high DPI. I don't play on this, but like I'm doing it very slowly. You see the up and downward movement of the cursor there, or whatever you want to call it, crosshair. It's not even a crosshair. It's called, yeah, cursor. But you see it just moves up and down. It's never like perfect. And I'm gonna try it now with a high sensitivity on. Let me actually lower this on the Razer one. I'm gonna try it now on a high sensitivity on the Insignia, and let's see how that goes. I bet, and I've tried this before. Oops, wrong one. I've tried this before with the Insignia, and why is it not wanting to work? Oh, wrong one. Where is it? Select speed. Okay. I've tried this with the Insignia, and it works pretty fine. As you can see, I'm moving it slowly, and it's staying relatively, like, just in there. It's not bopping up and down, as you can see there. Yeah, it's moving a little bit because I am moving my hand there. I can tell it's my hand. But you see how, like, it's a perfect movement. And I just don't understand. This is a very cheapy mouse compared to a mouse that I probably paid over, like, $100, $120 for back in 2015. And it hasn't had this issue, and recently I've come across this issue. I've tried using a Q-tip and putting alcohol on it and trying to clean the sensor, see if the sensor was dirty. Tried it without the mouse pad. I'm having all the same results. So if you guys had this issue and you guys fixed it, or it can't be fixed, I just need someone to confirm with me, because I looked all over the internet and I can't really find anyone that's suffering from this issue. And I really want to get back to playing competitive Counter-Strike again and improving my skill. But can't really do that with the mouse not working. It might come down that I have to buy a new mouse. I really don't want to. I love this mouse, but if it has to come to that, it has to come to that. It's just a really weird thing. It just happened all of a sudden. Like, I don't like to smack my equipment if I like a rage in a video game, and I don't normally do that. Maybe I did, and I didn't realize it, but I highly doubt I've done something like that to mess with the mouse. And anyways, it's a sensor. I don't think it would have got destroyed. Maybe if I smacked it hard enough, but I never really throw my mouse. I don't want to break my equipment. So it's really it's really weird. I mean, oof, this seems high. But it's really weird, and I don't know. So if you guys know how to fix this, that would be appreciated. If you like, wherever I post this, tell me what's going on, because I am just confused. Really confused. So thanks for watching. And I hope you can help me out.